Hello, Diva of Houston, Rain LaRue here, and I had to get my hands on the motherfucking Chevelle Brooks blush palette. You see that pigment going on so effortlessly. Look at that, the difference between no blush and with blush, period. Putting some on the other cheek, filling my jush. I love blush. Y'all make sure to come and see us every Monday at JR's for Where the Boys Are at 11 p.m. with $5 Tito's at the bar. $5 Tito's at the bar.
Entertainers, promote the shows. Let people know that you're performing, where you're performing, what time you're performing, who else is going to be there, and how they can show up and show out. If you're not promoting your shows and your appearances, you cannot say, I don't know why no one's here. You have to at least try.
Y'all come on in, baby. Come on in. I wait for everybody to come on in. Come on in. Y'all keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come in. Y'all know when I go live. Y'all know I'm going to go live. Keep on coming in. Keep coming in. Keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come on in. That's right. Keep on coming in. Y'all keep on coming in. Come on 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 in.
There's no budget here at the Boom Boom Room. See, we have no glam squad here. There's no hairstylist, no nail technician, no makeup artist, just you. This is a do-it-yourself type of gig over here, sweetie. So guess what? This will separate the little girls from the women. Now let's get to it.
Y'all keep on coming in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all come on in, baby. What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Hi, Trent. How are
Testicles one,
you?
two, three.
Hi, hi, Giselle. What are you over there
Testicles one.
eating with your braces that you have to keep picking out your braces?
I'm eating
Okay,
popcorn.
okay.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Eat popcorn with braces. That's smart.
Well, since I can't eat ass, I need to eat something that tastes like it.
Oh,
Ooh.
that cheddar popcorn.
Ass
That's what it
eater.
tastes like.
Ass be a little cheesy sometimes.
Hey,
Oh
Raven.
my
Hey,
goodness.
Shamar. Hey, Vontez. Vontez, I'm excited to see your interview with Trinity. I want to see what
Oh,
you
we
got to talk
live.
about.
Oh,
Yes, we're live,
Yeah, we
Giselle.
oh my
live.
goodness.
We are.
Say hi, say hi to
We
the
are
people.
in.
Hey, Simone.
Absolutely.
Simone Rashad.
You thought we were
You didn't
backstage.
know?
No, I did not, because I'm looking at this little red thing that says I'm live, but I'm thinking
Hey,
it says live.
Monica. My best friend in the
Yes.
house.
Hey, Monica.
Bitch has got a new job in the house.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Oh, oh, I got salt
My
all
bitch can
on
make
my
some
lip
money, baby.
and sugar and stuff.
What's up, Shorty?
Okay.
Hey, yo, Shorty, won't you go get a bag of the leak?
Bag of the
I'll be
leak.
undressed in the book.
What's up, everybody? It's time to get our motherfucking
Hey,
Gin Sugar
Tony.
Wednesday night. And we back. We back. I need y'all to click like, click share, click like, click share. Let everybody know what's going on because we got some catching up to do. We got some catching up
And
to
we
do.
can't hear
Oh,
you.
baby, listen. Okay. What's up, Trent, Dominique, and Giselle? How
What's
y'all
up?
doing?
What's up? Just
We're
Greetings.
drinking my smart water. I
good.
feel. Wait a minute.
Oh, child. You
Oh,
smarter than the
two
truck
plus
right over
two.
there.
Two plus
Mm-hmm.
two. Four. 5 plus 5. 10. Girl, this stuff make you smart for real.
What's four plus
Mm.
three? God guess.
I think your connection is maybe from my
Probably.
side.
I don't know what's going on with my computer, and I'm really having some issues tonight, and I really don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear me? Am I lagging?
Yeah, we can hear
Mm-mm.
you.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
hear you.
okay.
Trey
Okay.
Songz, play.
I want y'all
Maybe
to
turn
click
your
like, click
volume up a little
share.
bit.
I just did. That worked.
Yeah, that's better.
I know.
Uh,
Click like, share, tell them get the fuck off Baxter Live. We heard the stories. Come on over
Hey,
here, and we can talk
Simone.
about this news. It's
okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on in, come on, come on, come on in. We've been gone for a minute now. We back with the jump off, child. We've been missing in action for
Goons
quite
in the
some time. We've
club.
been having some Okay, some scheduling conflicts, child. We've been working and stuff. Somebody messaged me the other day and said, child Trent, you've been hanging with Miss Pat too long. You starting to be real, real quick with it. I said, no, he always been quick with it. I say, Don, but child, he can open up for Miss Pat now.
You know, she want me to so bad. I'm so nervous to step into that. I'm
Really?
nervous. You girl, I'm so nervous.
But you'll be
Child,
good
you
at
gotta
it.
give him your big child, step on that. What's up, Simone? Child, go on out there and get your juice and see what happened.
I'm gonna get the balls
You
one
got
day.
you got balls. You just gotta grow them a little
Money
bigger.
Cassadine, what's up? Hey, Tony
Let
Terrell,
them
Tommy.
Hey, Tony.
let them hang a little lower, Jay.
I know. I need the
Oh,
type
Yeah.
of balls them old men got. That when they sit like at that new beach I went to, they balls was sitting in the sand while they was sitting in the chair. I said, I need those type of balls in life, baby.
My God.
Okay, they gotta swing them back and all across their legs.
You're right.
That's a old balls, bitch. Yes, indeed, honey. What the hell?
Yes, 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 Trey Son. It is hump day. You posted some old
Baby,
humping type pictures not too long ago.
oh, did he?
Yeah,
I
Trey
missed
Son
those. I
bought it,
missed
baby.
those.
He's
I
bought
missed
it.
those, Jay.
Hmm?
I missed those.
Mm-hmm.
So Chip, what you been up to these past couple of weeks? What's been going on in your world?
It's not the same old shit. Traveling, doing this makeup, this stuff they call makeup. I'm in New. I mean,
Okay.
a friend of mine brought a friend to the table one day, and he was just trying to read. Oh, he called himself trying to read. And girl, he read. He said, "And you think you something that you do that? Keep on doing that little makeup you be doing." I said, "Oh."
Oh,
That's interesting. Ain't nobody never said this shit was little. I said,
Mm.
okay, all right, baby. And I commenced to read that bitch for A B C D E F G. Then I skip all the way to Z
See,
on that bitch. I didn't play with her.
see.
I didn't play with. But no,
So,
but now I'm in New York now. Miss Pat is doing upfronts. Upfronts is where they go to talk, to get ads and stuff for their shows and all that stuff like this. So I've been down here for a couple of
oh,
days for that. Yeah. And then I'm leaving here. Then I'm going to Cincinnati. I don't get home to Monday. But thank you, God.
Oh
I ain't
wow.
complaining.
okay. That part, that part. Dominique, how you been?
I've been good. Same old, same old. Work as usual. Parenting as usual. Same old
How's
thing.
how's nephew doing?
Getting on my nerves. He's 13 and he's getting on my last
I'm
nerve.
on 13.
Yeah, he's a teenager, honey. Giselle,
Oh,
what's been
okay.
up in your life?
nothing much. I've been good. Just been, maintaining. That's about it.
Hey, congratulations
Okay.
on your new job.
Oh,
What you doing, Giselle?
I don't even know what you're
Security.
talking about.
Yeah, she's
Security.
a referee.
Oh, I was about to say, no, wait a minute. What is she
See,
doing
see,
now?
Chevelle knew. Chevelle knew. She fell right in. Yes, ma'am. She's Waffle House security.
Yes, God. Yes,
She ain't let Nicole get to her dude, baby.
God.
That's a story for another day.
She said that is not her man.
That
Hey,
is
So don't
not.
Jennifer
don't
Love.
don't put that out there.
Shout out to LeBling up in St. Louis. Shout out to LeBling. Y'all check LeBling out. Vontez and all
Oh,
the beautiful
yeah.
fashions that he has been making for the girls and stuff. So he got an interview coming up soon, I think, with Trinity and with
Mm-hmm.
Dale. So
Mhm.
Yes.
y'all go and catch it and check him out and learn more about Vontez and the person that he is and has become over these years. He's made some stuff for me also. He's really, really talented. So shout out to my friend
Shout
Ted.
out to, and I'm glad people get to see this and watch it. And now they can see the person behind the fashions and stuff. And this stuff like this,
Yeah.
even like a lot of times people don't know who be doing what. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I'm glad he get to tell his story and show his face. He's the man behind the magic. So I couldn't
Yeah,
wait to see it.
and what I do like about Trinity and when there's interviews is that they do talk to people in the community other than show entertainers and stuff like that.
Yes.
They talk
Yeah.
to the people behind the scenes,
Hmm.
the makeup artists, the hairdressers,
Yes.
the
The
Yes.
the people that's
designers.
designing clothes and so stuff like that. Even
Yeah.
they
So
probably go
shout out
talk to
to
some they talk promoters
Trinity and
and
Wendell
all
with
that kind
Let's
of stuff.
Chat.
Yeah, so shout out to them, honey, and the good things that they're doing over there. So y'all go and check them out. And for me, I've been working. I have realized that on Monday I have been working 9 days straight. And as soon as I realized
Mm-mm.
that I got tired instantly.
Oh wow.
Uh-uh.
I had real I cause I was like I just be going and I don't be realizing the days. I just know I gotta go to work.
Hmm.
And so when on the last day, I was like, let me count up and see how many days I have been working. And I had realized that I have been working since the Thursday prior. And I was
Oh
like, oh
Oh
wow.
shit.
shit. Hey
So
B.
yesterday I didn't do anything but lay down. But
I know
well,
that's right.
after I came from the doctor's appointment, things are starting to look into reality now. It's getting closer to my hip surgery time. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday called Walk With Me class. And what they do is they tell
Mm.
you about your post-op, pre-op medicines, what they expect, what they want you to do, all that kind of stuff that comes with having a hip replacement. So child reality is really finna set in that a girl finna have a hip replacement.
How long
And
is
I'm
the
gonna be
recovery?
down. Well, the thing about it is the recovery time when you wake up, they want you to walk instantly because it's all about movement and getting your muscles to contract back together and stuff to
Mm-hmm.
join around. So they
Mm-hmm.
want you to move all the time. The recovery process won't be long because they want you to walk. You're gonna be going to therapy, physical therapy, and all that kind of stuff like that. But since I am an entertainer, as far as like walking in heels, that's gonna take some time. Even like
Mm-hmm.
physical therapy and going to the physical therapist, they teaching you how to walk upstairs if you have stairs in your house. And like I told them,
Mm.
I live in a 3-story townhouse, so I'm definitely gonna be having stairs. So I won't be here. I'll be at my mom,
Oh
and
wow.
Mm-hmm.
until I could be able to come back upstairs and stuff.
Yep. They'll
So
get you up to start walking the next day. I used to work when I was at the hospital. I used to have to, because I was normally in the surgical unit, but sometimes they would move us around. You'll get up and start walking that next day.
yeah,
They
they say
getting
as
you,
soon as
Mm,
you get up.
they're getting you up that very next day. Come on, let's
that's
start
good.
walking.
That's good.
And you're gonna be walking multiple times
You'll
in
be
a day.
doing oh
Yeah.
yeah in a week flat.
Hmm.
No, I'll be doing oh yeah in some flat.
Okay.
I was with my best friend the other day. He talking about Chad, you better call Tajir and ask her to send you some shoes. I said, okay, especially the gold
Okay.
rhinestone. But
Okay. Hey,
I'm
Ace
as long as
Kelly.
I'm having the
Good
surgery
seeing you this past
and
weekend.
hey, Ace, as long as I'm getting so I'm glad I'm getting the surgery and just
Mm-hmm.
hope and pray that I'll be back to my normal self and being
Oh
able to
yeah.
do what I can do in my heels and stuff soon. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
y'all say some prayers for me. And I will be out of commission for about 2 months, I'm assuming. So that's how long I'm thinking it's
And
gonna be
when are you
before
having the surgery tentatively?
the surgery is July 9th.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all pray for an old girl, honey.
It's
Just
already
follow,
done.
just
It's
follow
already
doctor's
done, done, but done,
orders
done, done.
and just push yourself to, follow through with the at-home stuff that they tell you to do. Your
Hmm.
recovery will go fine. Of course, it's not going to be the most comfortable. It's going to be painful initially, but just make sure you do that because that's what a lot of people, but that's where they go
Hey,
wrong.
Corey.
They don't
Yeah,
do
and that's what they
the
said.
they
Hey
don't
Corey.
do the work outside because oh it hurts so bad. You have to go ahead and allow yourself to work through that
Mm-hmm.
pain, and eventually it won't be as uncomfortable as it was before. But that is so imperative because the healing does not happen well. So yeah,
Well, child. You turn
you'll be
50,
all
child, then
right.
you go get a you turn 50 and then you go get a hip replacement. Everything go down here from there. But on a more sad note, during Continental weekend, we lost a legend in this industry, Kitty Litter. The day of Miss Continental Plus, we found out that Kitty had took a turn for the worse and she passed away. And so we want to offer our condolences to Kitty. She was
Rest
a
in
fun
peace, Kitty
individual,
Litter.
Rest in peace.
um, fun, very funny, hilarious. She
Mm,
loved to gamble, loved to play cards, love it. And she was a really good time. And it's so funny
Mhm.
because we were just talking on the phone, me and Amaya Man, and we were talking about the honoraries and stuff like that. And she said, "Girl, Kitty told me last night that shit, as many times much money I done put on that stage, they should give me honorary." And she had said that on I think it was like Thursday or Friday night before the pageant.
wow.
Kitty
Wow.
passed away. Kitty passed away on Sunday. You think you
Wow.
slick, bitch. You want your Continental crown. You was gonna find a way to overshadow Continental. you you wanted your crown and you was gonna get it by any means necessary. She said she came, she saw, and she conquered.
And
Okay.
she conquered. I shall wear a crown. When it's
I should
all
wear
over,
I should wear a Continental crown.
I'm gonna
So
put on my robe and
so
tell the
she got
story.
her wings and she got her Continental crown and we gonna miss you,
Shout out to
Kitty.
Kitty Litter. You know, looking at Kitty Litter's death and other people amongst the community, do you realize that like this is the last of an era? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? These are girls that we always saw go to the pageants, you know, the big time pageants. And these are the
Mm-hmm.
girls that we saw on most bookings and stuff. And they're slowly leaving away. Yeah,
It's really sad. And
that's the thing
speaking
about
of
getting older.
yeah, and think about getting older and really taking care of yourself,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and going to the doctor when things are wrong and not just letting it sitting up and fester and thinking that it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
heal on its own.
And
Um,
drinking your smart water.
yeah, two plus two. 2 plus 2.
Yeah.
Five minus one is four. Did y'all know that? Hold
Mr.
on, y'all. Hold on.
MRP.
Get down.
MR period.
Stop. You're going to trigger Giselle.
Get down. Get down.
You're going to trigger Giselle. Leave her alone.
She gonna go to work.
She got PTSD. Leave her
Thank you,
alone.
Tracy. And speaking of other deaths, I've recently lost my daughter, Jiggly Kelly and Tay Brooks, who was a
Rest in
RuPaul Drag
peace.
Race alumni. Jiggly got her wings last week, and it was a really really tough deal for me because it
Hmm.
really came out of nowhere. Just as well as like Kiara been dealing with some health issues for a very long time. This was very like something I don't know, So I love you so much, and I'm gonna miss you. And, I know she goes to the-
She,
birthday.
You sound like a robot. Get down.
Chevelle, I think you're kind of freezing, sweetheart.
Yeah, you phrasing. Get down.
Okay, yeah, because now she's frozen.
Yeah. Well, rest in peace, Jiggly. What's her name?
Jiggly
Caliente.
Caliente. Yeah.
Jiggly
Caliente.
Caliente.
I remember they put out a post about her having her leg amputated, and then
Hmm.
days
Shortly.
later she passed.
Right.
That's so sad. She was young too. She was born in like what, in her 40s.
Yeah, I think she was like in her early 40s, maybe late 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least she get to leave a legacy behind. She had RuPaul Drag Race and build her name in Texas and stuff like this. So I guess somebody told me a long time ago the object ain't to live forever, but to leave something behind that
That
will
lasts
live
forever.
forever. That's why I find great solace in Tanisha's death. I don't ever mope
Hmm.
about her because everywhere I go and almost every pageant I go to, somebody reminds me of something that she said, done, or so I think that her work was done here. You know what I'm saying? It gets no better than that. So I hope that her family takes solace in that too, to know that, you know, because we all got to meet that fate,
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
do.
yeah.
young, oh, we don't know the time, the place, but, you know, enjoy your life while you got it, while you're here,
I agree.
Yeah.
you know. What
Absolutely.
happened at the Waffle House?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my
Is
goodness.
that next?
I don't think that's next, but he's making it
Oh,
next.
he's
I
making it
mean,
next.
He's bringing it up early.
why did everybody have to get down? Because you, because you was on security detail, right?
Actually, no, I think I was off that day.
Huh?
She playing along with your bullshit.
No, it felt like you was on security detail because that Bob was swinging and like, who were you trying to help, the dude or Nicole?
Well, I was actually trying to help. I was actually helping Nicole because I was more so thinking that I don't want this situation to go any further
To escalate. Hmm.
to escalate. So let's just try to get Nicole up out of here because if she had a gun, we don't want her to use it. So
No, we don't want.
let's get her up out of here. The people at the White House ain't going anywhere because they're at work. You know what I'm saying? So we can, but it was more so let's try to make sure Nicole is good and try to calm the cook down so he can go in the back and take a chill or whatever. That's
So
Gotcha.
what I was trying.
what heightened this to get to that point? Can you
Um,
take us back to what happened right before that moment?
I think it was more so about when you're. I think it was more so not feeling seen and heard. Maybe, she asked for her ticket multiple times, and each
Mm.
time the server kind of like, "Well, give me a second," and I think she felt brushed off, and it was done in a rude manner, and I think that's where she said she didn't tolerate. I'm not going to tolerate you brushing me off, and I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect. I'm a paying
Mm.
customer, so treat me as such, and I think that's what escalated the situation.
So it
And
was
so
definitely
what?
their fault.
So what was his reaction? Like when she said, I've asked you this multiple times. Where's my ticket? Where's my ticket? I'm ready to go. Whatever the case may be. So what was his reaction that really made it the final straw for her?
I think it was. I don't even remember what he said. I think it was more so like it was like, "Give me a second," and then that's when she kind of said, "No,
Hmm.
I want it now." But I come in there most of the time. I have a group of friends that I go in there with after the show.
I freaking that place with you. So yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
okay, so I can say it now. Okay, so me,
Mm,
Trent, and Stacy and Leo, a couple of people, we all go there after the show to kind of like just talk. Now we know we're not going to Waffle House to get top tier service or top tier
mm-hmm.
food. We just going just to kind of shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Uh, so we are kind of okay with
Hey Trinity.
his poor service. I think, but I think other people kind of still feel like, well, bitch, if
Still
I'm
got
paying
bad
money,
connection
still
now.
treat me and serve me
What's the
correctly.
T?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think
Okay.
where it kind of went left for me was when you started disrespecting and misgendering, because at that point, I can't, I have to side with Nicole no matter what, because I am, we're the same, you know what I'm saying? So if you're disrespecting her like that, then that's how you feel about me, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's how I feel about it.
And
Do
so
you
this
think
was
that he felt disrespected as well at any point of the exchange? Did he feel that way? Because I know that when we leave that club, at the Heretic, oh, there we go. At the Heretic, they drinks are so strong. I have to tell them, don't put all that fucking alcohol in my drink because
Hmm.
I like to socially drink. I don't
Hmm.
like to just throw back drinks, right?
Hmm.
So, were there alcohol involved?
Well, I don't drink. So definitely it wasn't alcohol involved on my end.
No, I'm not
mhm.
talking about you. You weren't the one into it with nobody.
Well, I don't know if I can't say
Get
for first.
down.
Oh my god, I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to say what was or what wasn't. That
Mhm.
person. She can speak for herself. I ultimately still feel though at the end of the day she felt disrespected,
Disrespected.
and I think that's where the line.
That's where
That's
it
where
happened.
right.
And I think
Okay.
too, yeah, and I hate it went that far,
Hmm.
um, because we like to go there, and there was a problem with another one of our friends that come out to eat with us who had an issue not too long ago, but a couple of months ago, right?
Uh-huh.
And they barred her away from there too because of them feeling disrespected and this person feeling disrespected too,
Hmm.
but it escalated really, really bad, but not to the point that it did this past Monday, but it
Hmm.
did escalate, right?
Right.
So you think that he felt like that we all like that? We just come there to make their job hard or something? Because when he put Naisha out, oh god damn it, I said the name. God damn it.
My God. My baby
The-
daddy can control his mouth.
so yeah. So did you feel like he felt like, well, damn, I'm into it all them all the time? Because like, do you feel that?
I don't think he feels like that. I think he just. I think the thing with these people, or I don't know. I think the thing with the cooks is they probably feel like, "Y'all- bitch, I'm not. Y'all ain't got to be here. You know what I'm saying? And I think with us is we're more so saying, well, if we're paying our money, at least make sure our food is hot. If we're paying our money, at
Yeah.
least make sure that you bring us our drinks. It should be kind of like a symbiotic relationship.
But we keep going.
Yeah, I keep going because I pick with the waiter. Me and the waiter had like a little. I pick with him,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not going because the food is good. Because now I think the plate is still left there full.
Right. You barely
Right.
touch it.
For me, but I'm just saying. I think that sometimes people go places they still want to feel treated. Whether they spend $1, whether they're spending 100, they still want to
Right.
feel respected.
The Waffle House ain't been the same since COVID. They don't really want nobody in there anyway.
Right. So
Did
how
you
do you
did you
feel when you go
did
in
you le-
there?
did you leave after the incident took place, Giselle, or were you still there?
No, I left immediately after the
So,
incident took
so
place.
did you hear
I
from
don't feel no
anyone?
type of way.
Did you hear anything from anybody saying that what the vibe was like, and then like what they were saying after you all had gotten Nicole safely out the restaurant? Did they say what their thoughts were? Were they saying, "No, them punks"? Or, what did
No, they
anybody?
never. They never said that because I didn't go back. Well, I did go back in once, just to kind of make sure nobody left anything or everybody had all their phones and stuff like that. And then
Hey
the guy,
Roy.
huh?
Lovely lady. No, go ahead.
So I went kind of just to make sure that was good. And the cook was like, Giselle, we would just respect that y'all just don't come back. You know what I'm saying?
Got so they did said they
Oh,
would.
they disinvited
I'm
us.
I'm trying to pick. He was like he more so said, Giselle, and such are cool. Y'all can come back, but we just ask that the rest of them don't come back. And I was like, well, well, we just won't come back. And I left
Okay.
it like that.
Got you. Okay.
Mhm.
And so
Damn.
is that typically like a spot that that's like
Yeah.
like a favorite after the club type of
Yes.
It's
Like a
type
after
of
Monday night
it's
show.
and it's convenient. It's like really like maybe 5 minutes away
Hmm.
so they get drunk people. I'm not
all the
saying nobody.
time.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not labeling anybody, but I'm just saying if that's the crowd that they get,
Hmm.
I'm not saying I'm not to excuse anybody, behavior or whatever the case may be, but if at a certain time that's what comes in, you kind of have to prep yourself that, oh yeah, this is the drunk crowd
Right.
that
Hmm.
comes in at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever the case
Case
may
may
be.
be
But
right.
yeah,
And that's at any restaurant.
Hmm.
This is Monday night. The gays coming in tonight.
Right.
This is
Right.
this, this is Wednesday. The downtown what they call
Hmm.
the
Urban
different
night.
kids or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They
The
they come
motorcycle
in.
club coming in. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Especially Waffle House, y'all have those nights where y'all know that this is the kind of crowd y'all gonna get on these particular nights.
But I think for me, what I take away is that I applaud Nicole for standing her ground. I applaud her for that.
Oh, Nicole gonna stand her ground.
Baby, she stood her ground. I think for me it was more so
Stood her
like
ground. She said, "Get down."
I think we have to be cognizant of
Stand her
ourselves that
ground. Everybody else was scared. Shit. Get down.
Can I get
Baby
some
daddy, you
blueberry
pissing me off
pancakes?
right now. Oh my good. Oh,
what are they saying? I can't even read the comments.
he said Chevelle is
She
saying
told them
somebody go
motherfuckers.
ahead.
She told them motherfuckers, both of y'all put y'all dick together. Y'all still be too short.
And the girls were secretly trying to order their food on the side. They were secretly, can I get some blueberry pancakes? I want my
Girl,
it, it was
girl,
so much. It was so much like behind the scenes that was so funny. So I hate that it happened, and I hate that it
I
got
do
escalated to
too.
that
I do
point.
too. I do
And
too.
but for that to happen, I really don't. And I had just saw earlier today where this 61-year-old trans woman who ran a bodega, she got beat up and robbed by these guys, and they kept coming back to the store over the course of two days, to chastise her, So I really hate that it got to that
Did
point,
they
and
get down?
they got down. They got down, and so I really hate that it
Baby
got to
Nicole
that
could
point
pull out that
with
pistol and
her.
shoot that thing down.
And
I'm glad Nicole ain't pull out no damn gun.
Yeah.
I say I don't like that.
But
Nicole ain't finna pull that gun out no more.
I also think what it kind of put me in perspective of is that you never know who is watching, because never in a million years, even me being at the restaurant, did I even look and think that the girls at the counter were recording. And I, going about my day, 2 days later, people sending me a video of me trying to, diffuse that
Yeah,
situation.
because
Walk
you
out. So
fake as shit. Because you fake as shit. Because
how am
this
I
happened
fake?
Monday. This happened Monday. I don't get no word from you Tuesday about what went on. When you
Because I
fucking
don't
got
because
up and
it's
to
not my
collect your
place.
goddamn thought. It is your place. We sit up and go out to eat 9 times a goddamn week and talk about anything and
And
every
have we been
motherfucking
out to
body.
eat this
And guess
week?
what? Hit my phone when you get that type of tea.
Well, look,
You know
do
that.
I? You have to go out to eat to get the tea.
That's the only way.
You have to go out. You have to go
I
out
don't
to.
catch tea.
I'm so glad Nicole
Okay,
didn't fight.
okay. You don't want to leave no
I am
paper
so
trail.
glad.
You don't want to leave no paper trail. But
But
child,
I'm glad
I just
Nicole is
hope.
okay,
Yeah,
and
me too.
Yeah,
nothing. It didn't escalate to a point where anyone was hurt or anyone was
Oh, you know what?
harmed.
Benny made a great point. He said after what happened with Sugar and Toby at Waffle House is just too much to watch and experience. That is so true.
Hmm.
I
That
thought
is so
about that when
true.
I was watching. I thought
That
about
is
that when
so
I was
true. I
watching.
didn't even
And that's what
think
I was
about
getting ready
that.
to say. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. And it's kind of triggering to see that happen. At a Waffle
Mhm.
House. That's
but
why I was segueing what I was going to say into that because of what happened with him,
but
which
the
was
difference in
unexpected. You never
that
know.
but the difference in that situation is that they were innocent bystanders that had not said or done anything to anybody. And the guy just because from what I remember Chris saying is that the guy said, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
What you're looking at. But
And
the
so
thing about that, but what I'm saying is though, Dominique, you don't know what this guy brought to work. They ain't checking no bags at Waffle House.
Yeah.
oh
That's
yeah,
they show not. You ain't got to wear no clear bag in there.
Yeah.
No, you
Or
sure the fuck don't.
and
You
you also know that maybe the girls at the counter could have felt threatening and been like, well, y'all need to back up. I'm gonna, it's just
Nah, she told them to get down.
everything
I get some
things.
They
blueberry
won't get hurt.
pancakes.
Yeah,
I'm glad she's safe. I'm
I'm
just
glad
glad.
she.
I'm
I'm
so
glad
Well,
she's
glad.
safe.
I'm glad
And I'm
that
so glad.
everybody involved is safe because as an innocent person that was there, you could have been hurt in the crossfire of it.
Hmm.
Trey could have been hurt in the crossfire.
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm
yes.
just glad that it did because I mean I don't know, it was a Facebook, I mean it was a little video going around.
Uh-huh.
Did y'all see that big brawl that happened in another Waffle House
Oh
and
yeah,
they were throwing plates
and chairs and all
and
kind of
all that
stuff.
kind of stuff. So it really could have gotten to
Yeah.
where, innocent people were hurt. So I'm just glad that did not happen.
Same.
Yeah.
And, so Antonio King, the promoter for Dream Girl Continental, made a post
These
yesterday or
connections ain't
today.
shit tonight.
Oh,
And
I'm
she
saying,
been
can y'all
keeping
hear
it
me?
up.
Yeah, we can hear
I
you.
hear you. Yeah, but Dominique had went out for a minute.
Oh, did I? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
you back now.
I changed my thing and everything. I'm not even on Firefox. I have to go to Google Chrome and all that kind of stuff and download. It was too much. Anyway, Antonio King, the
Hmm.
promoter for Dream Girl Continental, had made a post referring to. Could you put the post up, please? Because I don't want to get the names. It's Latoya. Is it Latoya or Latanya?
Latoya
La-
Williams.
Latoya Williams, and asking her to please refund send back his crown and his money
Mhm.
to the page. Well, I'm gonna go find it. If we're moving slow, because my I might be lagging a little bit. I don't know. It said, when you win a preliminary and don't go to represent at the national, you forfeit your title and return the prize money to the promoter. You don't get to play victim from circumstances of your own making. I've been supportive, understanding, and I've been patient. I do not deserve this, Latoya Iman Davenport. Since you're not replying to the email I sent, I'm meeting you on your platform. Y'all gonna stop playing with King. Pay me my money. You may Zelle me at my cell number, Dream Girl Nightmare. So, um, Latoya was his queen for Continental Plus
Plus,
to
yeah.
compete a couple of weeks ago in Chicago. I'm assuming on the way to Continental Plus, she did make a post, and she said in that post that she would not. Oh, it wasn't in there. Okay, so I didn't know that. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. And so she made a post on the day of them going. This is here, and she made the post. I think this was the day of them going to
She better not
Continental.
show niche. You don't know her name.
Huh?
Child, Latoya, she's a that. See, I'm not friends with Latoya Williams. I know Latoya Davenport. So when y'all get to
That's
using
her.
y'all,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
when y'all get to use it, I see. I don't know y'all about that. So
her.
no, I need you to put that back up. So, I didn't know who that was because I had got Latoya and Latonya mixed up for a very long time. It's the love that got me.
Oh yeah.
I received all the calls, texts, and inboxes. I am heartbroken that I can't compete this weekend. I've spent thousands preparing for this weekend. Everyone close to knows how badly I wanted this. However, something emergent this just as important came up while I was en route to Chicago. I wish all you ladies the best of luck, especially my Louisiana sisters. I'm sad, but life comes first. To my backstage chef, she apologized to them, Latoya Iman Davenport. So she made that post, and I guess he hasn't heard from her since then, and she wasn't aware of said post that he made. So she said that she will be responding to him when she finished her clinic. So we're waiting on her response. But you know, as a queen
Oh,
and you
hold on,
competing, you
Chevelle.
would
You said when she finishes her what now?
her clinicals or something, because that's what she said.
Okay,
She go, be-
okay. Then go ahead. Okay, now go ahead. I didn't
yeah.
understand what you said. Okay, go ahead.
And so she said that. And so as a queen, you would think that, a person would contact their promoter and let them know what happened and why you wasn't coming. She may have did. I don't know. But evidently he haven't talked to her.
Is she in nursing school?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, she's in nursing school. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So on the way to the pageant, something happened to where she had to turn around. She's yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
And I can't see everything on her page, but she did respond to his message. So when you are, you know, a queen, you are responsible to call your promoter and tell them why you're not competing. So I don't know if they ever got to that point or not,
Mm-hmm.
and why,
I mean,
because
from
maybe
base,
they could have came to some agreement to where, if it was reasonable enough, he would have said, you don't have to send me the money of the crown back.
I just know that, from my experience with, because, I was going to compete under Dream Girl for Continental Elite a couple of years ago,
All
and
right.
I ended up getting a promotion with my job. Well, they proposed the promotion. And so I called him right away and I said, they're offering me this job. And the first thing out of his mouth was, fuck this pageant. You go do what you need to do for your life first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
So I do know that he's very understanding. If you
Mm-hmm.
if you come to him to talk to him about what, I don't know what happened in this situation, but what I do know about him, and I don't know what your interactions have been with Antonio. He completely and 100% invest in his contestants. And I'm telling you, he goes above and beyond and gives you, like he paid for me to get a photo shoot with Tio.
Yeah, you started beyond.
He um
Uh,
he
uh,
he paid for Raydale to embellish a gown for me. And just
mm.
all of the things that he did. So I know how much he invested in his queen, because he wants his queen to do well. He wants his queen to be successful. But
So
also
his
what
twin
I
queen to
do,
get down.
but you know what, okay, you ain't gonna get no pussy tonight if you keep fucking around. But
Oh,
anyway,
damn. Damn.
but what I do know is that when it comes to the business part of it, he's a very no nonsense type of person. And he takes what he does very seriously, and he expects the people that are representing his, because he really cares about his brand. And
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
so
As everybody should.
yeah, so I think that, I mean, I don't know what was not said or what was said
Hey,
or
twin.
whatever the case may be, but yeah, but I mean, based on his post, he's
Hit the
saying that
mission.
he knew nothing. He had no idea that this was what's going on. And so yeah, to your point, I just feel like that should have been the first call that was made,
Yeah,
or
Well,
the
that should
first
well,
have been the first
first
call.
text. Yeah,
yeah, and also we know Antonio King. He wouldn't make those type of posts anyway, right? He
Mm-hmm.
said
absolutely
he
not.
said he's did this because he's tried to reach out to her and there has been, she hasn't reached back to him. And by her own admission, she also said that herself on her live that she had saw his emails, but she was in her feelings about some things, so she paid it. So if you're not communicating with somebody, then they have to take the next drastic measure. You know what I'm saying? Because communication if people communicate, it don't even have to go that far to the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Antonio is not from an era where they go and bash people online and stuff. He even not even from the era of doing things like that. So a simple, responding back to the email because Toya got money to get a man his money back. You know what I'm saying? This girl go to the casino and we sit there and witness her win 10 grand like it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, sit them
They
back,
said she
whatever.
was just on Baxter's Live and she said that she has his money and understands she should have responded to his email.
Right, and that's what it come down to because if you're not if you're ignoring me, then I had to go to the next measure, and that's what he did. And she could have stopped it from going that way.
Hmm.
Because let's just be very, to be real here is that he stepped away from promoting. He
Yeah,
wasn't
he
going
did.
to he was not going to be involved in pageantry whatsoever. This is a
Hmm.
personal conversation that he and I had because he said that he just felt that he needed to step away from that part of his life because he's getting prepared for retirement. He wanted to move on and he wanted to spend his money on him and
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
his next
He stepped
phase of
away a couple of
life.
times to do what he needs to do for himself, which I'm not mad at. And you have to do that. Even and entertainers need to do that sometimes. You have to step away from pageantry sometime to get your life together.
Yeah, you got to
You
give it
know,
a
Right.
break
and
sometimes.
and and sometimes girls don't really do that because they love to do pageants so much. But
Hmm.
sometimes you need to break away from that, in order to get yourself together. If
Mhm.
if yourself ain't together, how you expect to be a good queen or a king if your life is in shambles, you know? So,
Yeah,
but communication, we always say communication is key, and you need to communicate with your promoter.
Yeah.
You know, Kings and
it
queens, you
could have been
need
an
your
easy
promoter.
resolve. It could have been a quick resolve.
And not
Yeah, and
judging
we wouldn't be
whatever
talking
it
about
was
it.
that she went through, not judging what she went through,
Yeah,
but even in crisis situations or in emergency situations, go ahead and make your connections with the people that you need to make those connections with. And I think that this could have been stopped.
because that should have
At,
been the first call you made, and not a post to the masses.
Yeah.
Because it's not fuck what they gotta say,
Because we all understand
and why
life.
you're not
Life
there.
happens. Life comes up.
Life happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
life happens. Talk to the promoter and call the national office, or have your promoter call the national office and tell them why you're not there.
Yeah,
And
because
And then you go
Toya a
on and do what
boss
you got to
ass
do.
bitch too. Toya ain't fucked up
Yes, she
about that
is.
little money. Send
No,
that little money
mm-mm.
back. It's nothing for her from what we see. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, she
Yeah.
probably had about 4 JD Martin she'd bring to the damn pass. You know what I'm saying? That's how she spend money. It just, it's
Yeah,
just a communication thing, and I hope they get past this and able to rectify that, and it don't
I do too.
cause cause her no harm when she want to go back to the pageant. So yeah,
And I can't wait to see her back on the stage at Continental.
yeah, should have been,
yeah.
yeah, should have been exciting to see this year. It would have been exciting.
Hmm.
Shout out to
Moving
Tasha
on.
though.
Jazz, shout out to Tasha. We're gonna talk about Continental in a minute. Jasmine Bonet, speaking of Continental, had went to perform at CoverGirl Continental the other day, and they didn't
Mm-hmm.
have any
Mm-hmm.
contestants. And so they proposed to her to be the queen, and now she's on her way to Continental. At first, they thought she was going to Continental Plus, because I did too, because that's what was posted, and I was very gagged. And then it was corrected that she is going to Continental and not Continental Plus. So shout out to Jasmine Bonet. She's excited. She says she's a 60-year-old woman, and the dream
Yes.
don't not yet. So she's a 60-year-old woman, and the dream is still there for her to be Miss Continental. It's not deferred. So she's gonna go out and do her best and become the next Miss Continental. Baby, I was excited to just see her in the fold of everything. Now, honestly, I thought she would have went to Elite.
Mhm.
If she was to do anything, whatever she want to do is fine with me, because guess what? It's her time, it's her money, and what she wants to do. But
Mhm.
congratulations. So congratulations to her. She's very, very, very excited. And those that believe in her and love on her and want her to conquer her dream supports her. And that's all that
Absolutely.
matters, is because support looks different for everybody. So if that's what she chooses to do,
Shout
then
out
that's
to
what she chooses to
JB.
do. So
Shout out to
if
JB. JB went for a booking and ended up being
yeah,
a goddamn queen. Shout out
hmm
to JB.
that
I'm on
happened
board, JB.
with Silky too. With Silky too.
I'm gonna
When she was
I'm gonna dust these
in
brushes
Detroit.
off for you. Oh,
Okay,
for real?
cause your girl going.
Yeah, I gotta dust these brushes off. But I'm like you too, though. I kind of wish she would have picked Elite because there's more time to get ready. Having
hmm
JB come back should be almost as celebratory as it was having Raquel come back. When Raquel
Uh-huh.
came back, she made sure that she did a type of homework to me that she has never done at Continental. You know what I'm saying? Like she like really went in there and got her shit together. Two lovely gowns both nights. Lovely in swimsuit. She lost weight. She did everything she needed to do. I just wish she had more time to go back and because being an older girl, they're gonna judge them a little different than they judging this new and
hmm
up and coming talent that's out here now. It's sort of like, Diana Ross once used to sell out stadiums, now it's Beyonce type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So not saying she couldn't win, but I just wish she had more time because September's right around the corner.
What, 4 months from now?
4 months to get ready.
Or 4 months
And,
from
and, and,
now?
Yeah.
and it's expensive to travel down that road. Getting people in that pay, they're paying $75 a night.
hmm 75.
And we didn't see shit that's past that. I'd rather watch the resurrection than what I experienced on that fucking stage.
Damn it. Damn it.
$75 a goddamn night.
$75 a night. $75 a night. Mahajane say sometimes posts reach everyone versus call by call. Well, in her situation, if you referring to Latoya, sister, she was supposed to call her promoter before making the post. It's not
What they
important
say?
for it. Sometimes posts reach everyone versus call by call, and that's your promoter. You don't. That's just like, oh, I made a post about it. You didn't see it. No, you didn't call me. That's like going to your job and telling your job, oh, I'm taking off today, but you made a post about it instead of calling your job and calling in and expecting your job to see that you
Hey, this
made the
connection
post.
ain't fucking around tonight.
So, no, I don't agree with that.
But however, baby, I'm getting in the ring with JB. We going for. Listen, I'm putting up my good paint coming out. Do you understand?
Your what? Oh,
My
your
good
good
paint.
pain.
My
Okay.
good paint. I want to be known that every once in a while, I like it to be known that that nigga still got it.
Don't he?
Every now and again, I
well,
like to just hear that.
well,
Cheers.
well,
Cheers
That's
to
the fucking
that.
you go
goal.
get
I
the
like to hear that every now and again. I like to hear it. I ain't got to hear it. I don't need nothing to feed my ego. I don't have an ego. But every now and again, I want to just say, oh, yeah, bitch, y'all ain't doing that.
Uh-huh.
Well, I really want to see her go, and I want to see her show out and have that moment like when she wore that black bucking velvet dress and got to the
Woo,
end of the
baby.
runway and blew kisses and bitch, and y'all lost y'all mind.
With
That
bronzer
that
Yes.
all
that's
over her goddamn face. Every bitch went out
that's
and got bronze after then. Every bitch.
that's the JB that I want to see. I want to see I want to see the the new 60-year-old woman and the regal woman
But
that she's going to show up. Because she could be
yeah,
regal and
but you
still
know,
be sickening.
Yeah.
sure
So,
can.
And as long as whomever she brings on board, and particularly when we're talking about the talent category, as long as they embrace who she is in this
right now,
time and not try to convince her to do something that's not necessarily her comfort zone in
Right.
this present moment, because
Mhm.
sometimes people will talk you into stuff that you really should not do, but they be, oh, you so and so and so and so, you got to come like this, and you can, you know,
And see,
and
Dominique,
mm,
not to cut you off, but to your point, that's why it'd be beautiful. I wish it was beautiful enough for her to do elite. Because in elite, it says we're not looking for the same person we saw. 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We know that you ain't gonna turn it like you turned it, like, because it's very expensive. Don't get me wrong to come down the stage.
But
Who's it?
who was that?
Luscious said she want to call me, so I put her on blast because she know it's Wednesday.
Leave
Hey,
Lulu
Luscious.
alone. Leave Lulu alone.
Hey, Luscious, I didn't get my hairpiece.
Trent said
But
he didn't
but
get his hairpiece and he on live. Bye.
I didn't get my hairpiece.
but every competitor is different, which we
Every person.
know,
Yeah.
because I mean, who would think that Chevelle would still be able to move like she moves at. Yeah, and I'm not saying, oh, she's an old woman, but
Yeah.
at 50 years old, I mean, even Mocha at, which I don't know how, Mocha may be
And
maybe 60, and
Mocha's
Mocha
probably like
is,
60 years old right now.
and Mocha can,
And
not
baby
maybe
Mocha had them skinny heels
Mocha,
on too, baby.
and Mocha still goes to the gym and works
Hmm.
out, and she's still out there doing them fan kicks and all that other kind of stuff. So so there's some people are able to maintain. Even
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
let's look at Fantasia. Fantasia. I don't know how old Fantasia is, but Fantasia's still out there discoing for her life. So so is it possible? Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
yes, it's possible. But here's the thing: what do we know? Sometimes it's not always about. It's about who's the best competitor and the person that knows their strengths and presents their package based on those strengths.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense, because people always because people get upset, oh, she came out there and she fell out the ceiling and she did the splits over here and she did the cartwheel over there, but then some old woman done beat this person, but this other person, they knew what their strengths were and they capitalized on those, and at the end of
And
the
was
night
probably had a captivating performance.
they were the person that gave away the least amount
Yeah.
of points by being
Um,
who they were. But anyway, let me stop because y'all know
but but we
I'm on my juice.
we will see. So good luck to Jasmine Bonet
Good luck to
um in,
JB, baby.
in September. Terry Williams had made a post about them sending
She didn't
Jasmine
appreciate it.
to, and
She
she
didn't
no, she did
appreciate it, did
not.
she? No, she
No,
didn't
she
think
did
that was
not,
cute.
huh? She said that lady's a
She didn't
legend.
think that
Don't
was cute,
use her
baby.
because
That lady is a
everyone failed
legend.
to do their
Don't use
part
her
and
because
recruit
everyone.
contestants. If the promoter had one, it had one, the state had one, the Nationals had one, that's three there right there. I don't know. I'm just saying something doesn't feel right about taking lady from judge and slinging her into nationals. So Finesse had made a post right after that, under I think that said post, and was saying that's not what had happened. They actually talked to her about competing, and she agreed to compete. So she had the right to say yay or nay, and it wasn't on the spot. So
Hmm.
they talked to her about it, and she agreed, that that's what she wanted to do. So that was
Mm,
totally up to her. That night, he gave her winner's envelope. He gave her the first runner-up envelope. He gave her the second runner-up envelope. And from what I'm understanding, he's really good to whoever is his queen. Saria spoke up for him and said that he was really good to her. And he even said that the last time that Jasmine was competing for Continental, he was one of her sponsors that year. So,
Hmm.
and they said they figured if they were going to be promoters and did nobody show up, if they wanted to put their money behind someone that they really want to put their money behind, regardless win, lose, or draw, is somebody that they believed in, and that's who they chose, and that person
Hmm.
accepted them. So if that's what happened, then that's what happened. So you have to accept
Hmm.
that,
Yeah,
you know so people can
that's just
keep their
what
opinions
happened.
about what happened to themselves because nobody is forcing no one to do anything. Nobody's holding nobody at gunpoint and say, you need to do this. You should do that. So as a 60-year-old woman, she has the right to say, no, I don't feel like doing that. That's not in my wheelhouse right now. You
Right.
know, so and she didn't, and so now she's going.
And
And
congratulations. And congratulations
and
to what's that boy name?
Finesse,
Finesse.
Yes.
Congratulations on your
But
mission.
put that
You
post back
finished.
up, Chevelle, real quick, because there were some parts in there that she said that there was. Okay, no, this is not the post. What's the other one that she did? There we
That
go.
okay, so
Yes.
that's what we're gonna so then
Let's
she wants
talk
to say
about
that
this part.
state and national title holders, your job is to get contestants, no excuses. If you're not, you fail, shaking my head. That's not the job of a state or a national title holder first. That comes secondly. Because in the contract it does not say that you are supposed to get contestants or you're supposed to get people to buy preliminaries. That's not what it says in their contract. Now, what it did say, do say in their contract that they have to be professional at all times. They have to be at certain bookings. They have to have pictures. They have to have do this. They have to do that. Now, that's what they say in the contract because you are basically the face. And I always say this all the time: the king and the queen are the face of the system. You are the promoter. You are supposed to promote your system. Now, it comes second hand when you want to be a king or queen to get promoted, get contestants for your page because it also makes you look good for some whatever reason it does, regardless of what you have done outside of getting contestants. It looks good when you do have contestants
Yeah, it
and
does.
persuade people to get contestants. It looks good when you talk to people about your pageant,
Take your
regardless of,
time.
and you can
Get it
be
out.
you can talk to everybody. You can talk to everybody, but it's up to them people to
Hmm.
come. You can't
Yeah,
make nobody come.
and I definitely get your point, right? But also, in particularly, in my opinion, this is just my opinion.
It's yours.
I do feel that a reigning title holder should be involved in that process, because
Oh,
if
Hmm.
you're
I
if
said that.
because if you're going to represent a system, why would you not want to see the advancement or you know the building of the system? And so while it may not necessarily even be a requirement, that is something that I feel that every title holder should do.
Mm.
Written,
I agree. I agree. But
written.
what I'm saying though, Dominique, is when it don't happen, who do they blame? They don't blame. They never blame the promoter. They always say that it's the king and queen did not do anything
It should be
because so it should be a collective. So that's what I'm
it
saying.
should be a
And
collaborative
so,
effort.
but you it negates the fact that you did all the stuff because there wasn't no contestants. Regardless of what you did everything that's in your contract, in your said contract. Say
Hmm.
you a representative for Coca-Cola. You did everything
Mhm.
that's in your said contract, but didn't nobody buy no Coca-Cola. Who they gonna blame that on? You? That's not your fault. You took the pictures and you won. They chose you to be the representative. All you could do is do what you do. But where is the promoter? The promoter have to do their part too. So it needs to be a
Yes,
collective. Don't just
yes.
blame the king and the queen for it.
No. But I think but then in her post she said that promoter, court.
No, no,
She did not say that the promoter was also
no.
responsible. May I see it, please? The post that she put up. No, not that one. The other one.
Yeah, national tennis.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So they should be included because once again, everybody needs to come together. In my opinion,
Exactly.
everybody needs to come together. And first, let's have a conversation about um what we're shooting for. Because my thing is, if you have no preliminaries or whatever the case may be, but as you're going around, this is just my take
Hate
on
the
it.
show.
Whatever pageants want to do and how they want to do it and how they want to what they expect out of their um title holders is their business. But for me, if I'm a reigning title holder, I'm only going to compete because I think you and I may be the same on this. I only compete for stuff that I care about and that
Mm-hmm.
I love, and for some reason I want to be involved. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm going to be doing everything that I can to see the success of that event as it goes into the next year. I feel that because for me, I take representative literally. And
Mm.
as the representative for the brand, I'm finding other people that want to be involved in this, and I'm going to encourage them to participate in this brand.
And
I
that's
just feel
part of
that
being a great queen.
I
And
just
that's
feel
part of
that,
being a
that
great queen to me.
I just feel that that's a part of you. That should naturally be what you want to do. I'm
When I
just
gave
not.
up, when I
Mhm.
gave up Black America, I had 25 boys. So I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It was 25 boys. And
Yeah.
what I learned in talking to those boys is I kept an open conversation leading up into the pageant. You know, if they needed resources, if they needed ideas, you know,
You
or
got to
if they
do
want,
all of that.
yeah. And so that's how it was a success. But however, I did recognize this too. Y'all, I'm speaking hypothetically, really.
Go ahead.
I
Go
did
ahead. Go
realize
ahead.
this about people. They do pageants when they feel like it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? There are
Yes.
years that everybody got the bug and want to do the pageant. Like, oh, bitch, I'm going to Black America this year. I'm going. Bitch. It becomes that. Then it's another year, everybody going to Continental. Then it's another year, everybody going somewhere else, Universe. But people do pageants when they feel like it. Pageants are very expensive. We're in a different time, and I think what everybody's not realizing at the moment is that it's just not one set of pageants that's down. Pageantry is down
Right.
across the board. You know, I went to Continental Plus and it was only like 17 girls. I'm always seeing 25 or more girls at
Uh-huh.
plus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we just in a time now where so many uncertainties, right? We got this current administration in. Don't nobody really know what's gonna happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
people are scared to spend money, or they should be scared to spend money. So what we got to do, we just got to appreciate
They're
wherever
not.
we at in this pageant space. Because if it's just one, I've been at pageants when it ain't that been that many contestants, and I have been more entertained than being in a pageant with 20 contestants. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes quality will come and mesh up and it'll be a better show. But we just in a different time in pageantry right now. So if nobody show up to this prelim, look, we just looked at Continental Plus. Did nobody really show up there? The crowd
Mm.
was different. The experience felt different. We just in a different time in pageantry right now.
The crowd was very different.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that takes us back to the point of the over saturation of so
Yes.
many
Yeah.
freaking pageants.
Yeah.
There's so many freaking pageants that if people don't want to work for something, oh, I don't have to. Because I'm
Yeah.
finna go over here and do this one because this one say it's national. So I'm gonna be national either way, either way.
Either way.
You
And
know?
I get to go do the
And,
walk over here
and,
either way.
and
You can
I'm not
and you get the
negating.
same perks. And you get the same perks. You get the, you
Mm-hmm.
know, your promoter get you in place. He takes send you on promo shoots. You get to do the national walk. You know, now they call it affectionately
Mm-hmm.
the walk of recognition. So you're getting all the same perks. So what's the purpose of going somewhere where you really got to work hard for it? You know,
because
it's
because I always give him credit where credit is due. Every time I see him, I say mention he's here. Y'all, we have to give a shout out. Benny,
what did you say?
that that man is
You tell me.
everywhere. He is everywhere and he is always promoting his brand.
Oh Jesus, who you say? You had went out a little
I
bit.
said Benny,
Oh,
uh
Benny. Oh yeah. Shout out to Benny.
you definitely not getting no pussy tonight because you can't even
And,
But
and
understand.
no,
Benny and
you had
what
went
Benny
up.
does, he
Benny
promotes his king and queen.
promote his brand, and I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
he is personable. I had never met the man a day in my life. And I saw him at Mr. Gay America when it was in Las Vegas. And he just struck up a conversation. We started talking and chatting. And every time I see him, he's somewhere. And so, so that goes to show though, right? While he's out bringing his people around, showing everybody, his brand, but also at the same time, his title holders should also be doing the same because he
Mm-hmm.
can't have all of those conversations. And so as you know people, because you can connect with people that he doesn't know, and just say, hey,
Right.
you know what, have you ever thought about doing Black America, or whatever system we're talking about. that's
And I mean,
that's
your
what I
connection
mean.
fucked up.
Me.
Shout out to Benny, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
hmm Yeah, you went out
I
a little
hear,
bit.
I heard her fine. Y'all can hear
Did
Dominique.
you? I could hear it. It
Uh-huh.
went out a little
I
bit.
can hear, I hear her fine. But yeah,
Oh, it,
shout out to
transformation.
Bennett. Yeah,
And Benny
he
be
do
everywhere
promote
too.
his
He support
he
everybody.
support his system.
Benny, he support everybody. Period. He come to the smallest pageant to the biggest pageant. We need to protect Benny at all costs. He's one of our gems in the community. Even though he cussed me out at Black America, I always love Benny. Thank you for your support. Thank you for what you do in our community.
Mr. and Miss Blackgate Houston was last Friday, and
God damn it.
your winner was DeValen Iman Dickerson and Shayla Nicole from Houston, Texas. Shout out to
Shout out
them.
to those
Your first
winners.
runner up, your first runner up was Giselle Barbie Royale and Neo Dickerson from Memphis. Shout out
Shout
to
out to the first
them.
runners.
Mr. Black America and Lavelle gave up his title Friday last Friday, and Akuria Chanel Davenport gave up Miss Blackgate Houston, and then she went on to win, I think, Smoky Mountain EOY a couple of days later. And Giselle went on to win her preliminary to Miss Gay Texas US of A on the
Hmm
following Sunday. So she's going to be
Congratulations.
going there. Um, but as usual, as in the pageant, there was some talk about Mr. and Miss Blackgate Houston. Um, Giselle made a post about her being first runner up, and and she said, but what she can't take is John rudely chanting, "Bring your best bitch" on her best day, trying to antagonize me during crowning, the same mouth that I nutted in. Baby,
Oh my
and
God.
y'all thought that the baby, the girl, that was kind of heavy, heavy. Shout out to Mr. Blackgate Houston DeValen. He's in the chat. Shout out to Mr. Gay US of A also is in the chat.
That's right. Yeah.
Catravion. Um, of course it was funny. I thought it was hilarious, the post or whatever. And I did chuckle. What I didn't like though is the fact that, once again, here we are talking about, what someone does sexually and with trans women, and we always have a problem with, gay men um not liking trans women or saying trans women do this, trans women do that, and this, that, and the other. But here we are exploiting this gay man. And just because of something that he said, when he was rooting for somebody else who he's really close to, which is his sister. And what I heard was that, because I thought it was fun. I was like, damn, he said that, and they was like, yeah, he said that. But that's something that she said. That's like one of her slogans, allegedly. So I was like, oh, so he
That's a
heard her
t-shirt.
say,
That's a t-shirt slogan.
oh, is it?
Yeah, that's their slogan.
So, and of course he was like, doing what he's doing, and I guess that had kind of got to her. But I was like, damn. Yeah, Deshaun, he attacked her. But you know, girl, it's just not my tea. I just don't like talking my business with like that. But I'm that girl. That's just not me. I could hit you somewhere else without saying what we done done. You know what I'm saying? But bitch, they said he was in the audience saying it like over and over and over. And baby, she wanted to have his high, but she had held her composure. And I guess she said, well, when I get home, I'm gonna tell you on Facebook. And what you did was made John popular, because I'm sure uh John inbox was blowing up. I'm sure, and that his inbox was blowing up. And that's with Butch Queens and girls. So if did nobody know who John was, they exactly know who John is today. And he cute.
Oh, he cute. He is cute.
And he swallows.
And he swallows, so
What,
bitch.
what, what, But she didn't say
According,
he
Huh?
swallowed. She just
according
said
to
he.
Giselle,
Well,
No,
bitch, he
she
called it.
said it. Well, he called it, but that don't
well,
mean
he catches. He
he
catches.
can't.
He may
He
not
catches
swallow.
it,
He may spit
And
it
that's
back out.
and that's enough.
baby.
Yeah.
Cause baby,
But you know what?
listen.
You know
Go ahead.
what? And I might get in trouble for this, and they may read me for this, but I feel like I'd be remiss if I don't say it. Because I mean no harm or
Yeah,
no
Lord.
malice, right? No, I like to think one thing is sickening about Giselle is she has become the like Nicki Minaj of performing in pageantry, right? She has a fan base that when you're a fan of someone, even me with Tanisha, I don't see they flaws as big as other people see them. You know what I'm saying? She could fall down like, oh, bitch, she still got that category. You know, that type of shit. And what it has done now, it allows for this now thing that no one can beat her. Whenever someone beat Giselle, then the community go crazy. And it be stuff like, I seen y'all sitting on y'all hands like y'all couldn't clap, or this, that, y'all sit out there wanting her to lose. But here go the thing: if I'm there for somebody else, I do want you to lose. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the crowd to lose their mind for you because I want my girl to win,
I want my
and
girl to
that's
win.
totally okay. Just like y'all want her to win, they should be able to want their people to win. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes kind of sad. One thing about it was, I think people just. I asked Alexa Gabriel shares at one time when she coming somewhere. She said, no, I got to spend too much. No, I asked Marissa. She said, no, I got to spend too much money getting ready. I said, Marissa, you can come out your closet. She said, no, I can't.
No, I
They're not
can't.
gonna. She said they're not gonna let me do that. She said I got to bring
Mm-mm.
it big and bad every time I step on stage. So when you create that for yourself, it's your job to always stay at that level that people put you. But it's impossible in this game because there's always somebody that's studying. There's always somebody who can do just as much. We all got about the same resources now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all cannot want these people to win, but they cannot want her not to win. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes crazy. Like it becomes so much chatter. I realize now how stupid I sounded back in the day, y'all. I really sounded so fucking stupid every pageant. She should have won. She should have won. Then it takes away from the people who did win. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because they didn't crown themselves.
Right.
We know that every state got their girl. This happens all the time. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like some girls get girlfriend points. That's the name of pageantry. We've been knowing that.
yeah.
We'll be a fool not to think we didn't know that. But sometimes allow people to have a moment like, okay, because Giselle is like the champ in this shit right now, right? She would be what Nikki would be the rap, right? So people feel like, why you coming to these little pageants, fuck with our pageants, when you know you're gonna win? Or that's the mindset of people, right? Because one time Oprah used to get an Emmy all the time for her show, the Oprah show, right? And one time they gave her an Emmy for Lifetime Achievement Award. She accepted that award that year. The next year they tried to nominate her again. She said, take me off the ballot. You already gave me the Lifetime
No, they
Achievement
gave it
Award.
to me.
Because I don't now need to compete with the same people in that same space no more. I'm a bit higher than that. Allow them
Well,
to
Giselle
feel
made a post.
what I'm
Did you see
feeling.
Giselle post? Did you see
What
Giselle
was it?
post? I'm assuming she made after I just saw it recently today that she said and basically um winning presidency and then going back to run for Congress and losing, like basically saying you shouldn't have done that. That's basically what she was saying in the post,
Mm,
and so
yeah.
and so I seen in the comments that Deshaun Gray, she said, but all is fair in love and war. And then what other post? Mimi said, you don't get to choose how a person responds to disrespect. Where was the disrespect at though? Him
Yeah.
saying bring your best bitch on her
Because
best
that's her
day.
line. That's her line she
So
used.
where is the
You know,
disrespect? he didn't disrespect her, and he was
That's her
rooting
line.
for
It ain't like,
he was rooting for
when you
his
put stuff
sister.
out like that, people are waiting on a chance to say it back to you.
Yeah.
You know, they wait on that,
So
and that's the sport of it all. This is a sport.
Yes.
This is a
There
sport. We
here
cheer for our
there you
favorite
go.
team.
There you
We
go.
cheer for our favorite team.
There you
They may
go.
not always win, but Giselle one of the baddest bitches in the game. Do she need to be a
Absolutely.
part? All this little stuff. Her booking should take care of that. You get what I'm saying? I don't know her pocket though. I don't know her desires. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that she got to know that she's going to get judged harder. And sometimes in some pageants, because people fan out a little more
yeah.
lenient than other girls will. You know what I'm saying? She got what she need in this business, you know.
Hmm.
Allow, and that's why some of the
Um,
newcomers, like y'all, the newcomers has not stormed these systems yet. We got enough newcomers that if all of them stepped up next year, it'll be about 30 people in every side of the pageant. But they still scared of these type of
mhm.
girls. You know what I'm saying? Like they come, they're gonna win. You know, Giselle could teach
Regardless of
a
the
walking class, a
Deshaun,
selling class,
but
how to sell your
regardless
garments
of
and
the
shit,
energy,
and make a killing.
Deshaun said that she explained the energy behind what and how he was saying it. Yeah, the energy behind what and he was saying though, he still used her words on something that she said before, and his sister was in the pageant. And regardless if it was anybody, regardless of what he's saying, the reason why he was saying it, his sister was in the pageant, and his sister won. So he was excited about his sister.
Because
And
I
and and,
remember,
and he and I'm sure he was being intentional towards her, but guess what? Had it been the girl that was second runner up, had she won, he wouldn't have said that.
yeah,
But his sister won. His sister. So if
and
your
it's a
friend
sport.
that you
It's a
hang up,
sport.
and if your friend won, if you won the pageant, and your friend had one of the girls in the community or whatever, and she competed against you, you would want him to be in the audience going crazy for you too, and saying the thing. So that's why I'm at. So it didn't warrant. You should expect is what I'm saying for him to go completely crazy. You should expect her friends to go completely crazy because she won the pageant. You should expect for
Yeah,
Houston to go completely crazy every time she came out because she was the Houston girl.
absolutely. She's a hometown girl.
She's a hometown
And that's
girl.
how and that's happened for every big girl in every city. That's happened for
Exactly.
every it's happened to every hometown favorite where she is favorite amongst the girls. You know what I'm saying? It just happens that way. You got to know where you're going, when you're going, and why you're going though.
Although Giselle was upset with what he said, she had to help them crown the winner because they couldn't even crown the winner properly with the crown falling on her face multiple times. Well, that too, and then the hair wasn't that too. You child, I was helping too. I was, yeah, I was standing right there. I was helping too. So everybody helped actually. So, but congratulations to them. Oh, and congratulations
Congratulations.
also to Giselle because she won Empire in Atlanta a couple of days, like 1 or 2 days prior to
Hmm.
coming to Black Houston. She won. Her and Christian are the new Empire, Mr. and Miss Empire. I think it's a picture of them in there
Oh,
Yeah.
somewhere.
This is Maya's
beautiful.
pageant.
Absolutely
Hmm.
beautiful.
I love Empire's crown too.
She,
That's a
They
pretty
look
crown.
good. They look great.
Yes, they
they look
do.
good
Of
together,
course.
and Giselle looks beautiful at Black Houston too. And Mama knows she can
Yes.
perform though. Mama performs
Down.
her ass out, and I
Down.
had to tell her though.
Let me
Miss
tell you
Thing
something.
performs when she
She,
really get in the trenches of it. She
I'm telling you,
really, really
it's
performs.
it's ignorant. Especially I'm writing you a letter. That I'm writing you a fucking letter by
I didn't
Lena
watch it.
Owen.
I heard it was good. I heard it was
Ooh,
good.
God damn it, it was good. Giselle
Yeah.
should be teaching classes for real. Giselle would rack up. If she had a school where she taught the girls how to model and how to sell themselves that way, that need to be taught in pageant. I see girls walking in pageant sometimes like they wish the world was made of cotton. You know, she would make a lot of money like that. I'm telling you.
Um, 2 weeks ago, we had crowned the new Mr. and Miss Continental. Shout out to King Adonis and Joey Young. Those are the new Mr. and Miss Continental newcomer. And it was some drama with the Continental newcomer king because they have rules over there at Continental that you can be top five at a national pageant or something at any type of
At a
pageant or
pageant,
whatever.
period.
Oh, the pageant period. Well,
Yeah,
he was
it's
first
it's a
runner
truth.
up to Mr.
So
He was
Mr.
first runner up to
Florida,
Mr. Florida. So
yes.
he was first runner up to Isaiah. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not clear as to how rules just overlook things like that. I'm not
and
clear as to
let you
how
know these
they
people
just
do what they want to do.
and there you go. So even they made a when he was first one up to Isaiah, they really made a big deal about this young man being the first one up because he was so handsome to everybody, and everybody was at him and reposting his pictures and all this stuff. Oh, he's gorgeous, blah 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 blah. So I didn't um I didn't realize, who it was until afterwards, and they said, "Oh yeah, that's the boy that got first one up to Mr. Florida." Well, why is he Mr. New kind of the newcomer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, ain't no newcomer.
No, not no, not you can put
He
you
could have did the
know,
regular.
yeah. And
So
so
how long has he been competing before he did the Mr. Florida contest?
I don't know him. I don't know him.
Do you know Chevelle by any chance?
girl, they just told me Miss Continental newcomer wasn't even at Miss Continental. I didn't know that.
Where was Miss Continental newcomer? She didn't crown the new
I wasn't there. I didn't even realize she wasn't there.
child. Listen,
No, she came back and competed as a boy. The- That's the
oh,
same person.
is it?
No,
No, but it
no, it's
sounds like
not.
a good
Oh,
story.
I'm about to
No, but it sounds like a good story.
It really do. Oh my God, I did not know. Wait, newcomer. Well, it's not a preliminary to regular. They can compete if they want to, I think.
okay.
But
See,
if they want to go to compete at regular, they can. But I'm not clear as to. I did not know that the newcomer queen was not there. I did not know that. Maybe she on Drag Race.
That's what somebody said.
maybe.
Mahajane said
Marjolaine.
she got on RuPaul.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well,
I can see that for her.
yeah, I can see that for her too. Because if she wasn't there, that's got to be
That
the
bitch is
reason
beat.
why.
That bitch is
That
beat. You hear me?
girl, because I was like, wait a minute, she wasn't there. So shout out to, I did not know that I wasn't there at the pageant. Alexis Mateo, RuPaul, speaking of RuPaul Drag Race, is your new Miss Continental Elite. So shout out to her, Alexis
Shout out
Mateo
to her.
from Florida by way of Las Vegas. She lives in Las Vegas right now, and she works at the Piranha in the Gypsy. So, congratulations to her. This is the new court. Shout out to Tasha Royale Sherrington, your new Miss Continental Plus, all
Shout
the
out
way
to
from
her.
Orlando, Florida. And that's your new court, everybody, for Continental.
Raquel looks
Tasha hair
beautiful.
looks beautiful. Tasha hair look lovely in
It
gown. Bitch,
is.
I tell you, she hair looks absolutely
That color, that
stunning.
gown was so pretty.
Yes, she had looked stunning. And um I was kind of like with the pageant at certain points. I was like,
Oh,
but
that gown is beautiful.
That
oh, she
color on
looks
that gown was
gorgeous.
so stunning.
Tasha is a gorgeous, beautiful girl to me.
She looks really good. I'm proud of me.
Yeah,
I'm proud.
yeah.
Who else I'm proud of is Yasha. Shout out to Bubbles. Bubbles had made a good, great standing at Continental Plus. I can't wait to see the day that she become a Continental Plus. I'm so excited that she finally got to go to Continental. She's been wanting to do it for a very long time, and she made
Yes,
a
yes.
great standing at
She was
Continental. So
good
shout
too.
out
She
to
was
Bubbles.
great.
Yes,
She was great.
I love my niece. I'm so proud of her.
That gown
And
and
she took a
BJ
risk.
painted that. Ooh,
Oh yes, she took a risk with doing her talent, and like she said, she's like, I can hold a tune, and I wasn't expecting to be great, but whatever it is, it got me in the five. So shout out to her, and I can't wait to see what she got in store and become a Continental
Louisiana
Plus
doing a lot
girl.
of goddamn singing nowadays.
Yeah, they sang over there.
Y'all ass said
They
fuck.
gave they gave honorary. The new honorary elite is um oh shucks,
Allison.
Allison Thomas. Allison Thomas. And so shout out to Allison. I did not know that Allison competed before. I was like, Allison, you got honorary, you never competed, but she told me she competed like in 2016 or something like that for elite before. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. So, but they was all everybody was in the range because she got to be the honorary queen and not Sherry Payne. And Sherry Payne, from what I hear and what I saw on her page, Sherry Payne say, "Fuck your honorary. I don't want your honorary. I'm gonna go back and win because I've won before. So I'm going back and get my crown." And Terry Williams had made a post again about her being honorary, and them. It was very disrespectful that they overlooked her for honorary. And I told her on the post, she don't want honorary. She don't want to be honorary. She want to win. She want to go
Mhm.
and win. And she feel like that she don't want them to give her shit. And she said it under her post. And everybody is on board for Sherry being honorary. They believe in giving you flowers while you're here and all that. But Sherry say, hell no, she coming to compete. Sherry posted that herself. So
It may mean more
shout
to
out
her if
to,
she win.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and Allison's sweet, and I told Allison, if you're gonna be honorary, you need to do everything that Dina Jacobs is doing. Dina Jacobs have took pictures. Dina Jacobs wear her crown on bookings. Dina Jacobs call people. I am the honorary Miss Continental. You go book me. I'm surprised Dina Jacobs is not even at the prelims. Her to about, hello, I'm honorary. Y'all, hello. I'm doing Dennis Jacobs doing walks. They say, bitch, give your flowers while you're here. I'm gonna show you what to do with the flowers. Okay. I'm gonna carry
Mhm.
on. So,
Work,
child.
Dina
Oh,
Jacob.
Paula says she done. So, during the pageant, Continental Plus, I hate doing this because that's my friend. But Scott Michael, the promoter for Texas Continental, had made a post about Miss Texas Continental Plus, Olivia Delier, and he said within that post that he was dethroning her, and this was preliminary night that he had made the post. He said, unfortunately, Texas Continental had decided to dethrone our Plus representative, and so end up the next day, she's doing good in the pageant. She made top 12. And then she got a standing ovation for talent. But I even called her. I stepped in, and they didn't have a plus honorary Terry at the time, but now it is Kitty Litter. Um, so I called him and I told him, I was like, you don't have a reason to dethrone her. Because and his reason was that was he just tired of the disrespect. I say, well, she's evidently she did everything that she's supposed to do to this point to get where she's at, and she's here at the pageant, and you shouldn't have done that. So he took that down, and retracted what he said. But she went live and was telling her side of the story as to why they got into it, and he never did say anything else as far as to responding to her. But he shouldn't have never done that in the first place. He was in his feelings about some things that had transpired between him and her, but it wasn't warranted that you should dethrone her. So I thought that was, very tough. How y'all feel about him making that post? Trent.
Oh, it's just crazy. But let me tell you what I did not know. I did not know Olivia could sing that well. She sang so
Oh
beautifully.
yeah.
Like, I really did not know she had that voice. She is silly. if a Continental allowed him to dethrone his queen in the middle of a pageant, if they didn't talk to him about that because he's one of his stockholders, then that should be a problem. That's the
Hmm.
weirdest shit I ever seen in my goddamn life. I am literally there representing your title at the Nationals, and you telling me that I am dethroned in the middle of goddamn it first night gown?
Hmm.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was very disrespectful. Uh and oh, but to Olivia, she always at karaoke singing and everything. She and one time we and I walked in on her singing. I was like, I know you think she sounds working on it, but since then she sounds so much better because she
Oh
goes
my
to karaoke a
God.
lot
Yes.
to look at it. So the new way that Jim Flynn calls out the top five now, he don't bring back all the 10 or 12 or whatever it is. He lets them line up on the side in the back, and he calls them out one by one, and that's how we find out who the top five. A lot of people don't like the way that he did it, and some people do like the way he did it. The reason for him doing it that way, he said, was because he don't like the embarrassment that leaves the other girls in that's up on the stage when they don't make the five. And I get it, but that's part of pageantry.
Hmm.
It really is. It's part of pageantry, and it's for the audience appeal is really something to look at. Do y'all remember the years at Continental when Jasmine and Nicole didn't make it? And they were standing on the stairs in the back and the curtain went down. Do y'all remember that? Baby, it was so I don't know what year that was, but Jasmine and Nicole didn't make the 10. The curtain started going down, and Jasmine was doing this while the curtain was going down. I think, and Nicole had told her, "Good stop." And I think it was the five. They didn't make the five. That's what it was. But yeah. So I think it's part of pageantry. But what you think, Dominique? How you like? Do you like the way he do that?
No, I mean that's part of competition. I mean, it
Yep.
just is. And the thing about it is that you can't placate everybody. And so if you're going to have them waiting in the wings, ready, then may as well just put them out on the stage and let it be done
Hmm.
because that's just a part of it. I think that what we're doing, I think that we're starting to get to a place to where we're starting to take people's feelings into consideration so much that we're just changing everything that we're doing.
Mm.
And what does it do? In my opinion, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and I just feel like
Yeah.
we are starting to develop, or we're starting to, I just feel like it's almost like when you do when we're talking about the schools, and they're talking about how everybody gets an award for participation,
Just for participation. Yeah.
just for participation. And so I just think that I think that we're really starting to develop emotionally immature people.
Mm. Now
We've
that's
got to
girl.
we are starting to
Pacifying.
we're starting to
Pacify.
develop people to be emotionally immature, and you put yourself in this place in the competition arena, and so that's a part of it, and it's nothing to be ashamed of that you didn't make the cut or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be.
Because some people
But
didn't even make it this far.
because listen, why are we in the place that we're in now? The gay community as a whole, because of our inability to make people see their whatever you want to call it, shortcomings, or whatever the case may be, people are not developing in a way that I feel that they really should. When we're talking about being an adult, it's just a part of life. I have a 13.
Except
I have a
everybody's not gonna you're not gonna win them all, and it's for that part is part of pageantry, and so if you don't make the five or whatever,
right.
you should know, oh, I did
I,
have this problem, I did do this or whatever, and you should know to like to
that's just
me,
the way. Go
when
ahead.
I'm competing, I know my shortcomings in a pageant. So sometimes when I do get where I got, oh thank God, that's where that come from. Oh Jesus, because you just know that. But I think being up there, being in that 10, and seeing that five call and seeing the reactions from the other contestants when they don't make it, that's part of pageantry, and that's part of what the audience loves to see too.
Because in
Uh,
that case, send the five back there too, and only leave the five back there and call second out, then call first out, then call winner out, and leave the other two in the back. If you're gonna do that, if you're so concerned
yeah,
about their feelings about not making the top five, I didn't like that. It's almost like it
yeah,
took an
that's true,
element
true,
away
true.
from the pageant. I didn't like it.
I didn't know what was going on. I don't know where I was in, and I came back. I said, "Wait, what's going on? Who made the five? I didn't hear." They said, "Oh, he called him out. When he been doing it all weekend." I was like, "Oh, that."
Yeah, I didn't
So,
like that.
this
Tamika X,
Nick
you chicken a leg eating bitch, you.
Yo, and
shout,
jumping in the swimming pool with your bikini on.
Shout out to
shout out
Tamika.
to my girl X Factor Tamika X. Y'all go follow her on TikTok. She has been
Yes.
doing her thing, child, over there eating
Yes,
everything
Lord.
she can, honey.
Yes, God.
Tamika, I went got me a I go to this place called Crack Kitchen down here. It's a food truck, and it's one of my
Uh-huh.
favorite food trucks. But now they in the store, and so I went over there and got me some lamb chops and stuff. And I seen Tamika had went over there. And she had been waiting for Tamika to come to her store. So thank you for
Hmm.
going over there to my girl Rakidra's and Rakidra in the store Crack Kitchen. And I went today,
Yes,
girl, and
Lord.
got me that seafood grilled cheese and bitching this everything. Uh
Oh, but Tamika, listen. Uh, this yesterday I went to this place and I ordered me a jerk chicken egg roll, and
oh,
it
it's
was with
everything.
oh, it was so damn good. Oh my
Speaking of jerk chicken egg rolls.
And I
Cheyenne
love that Tamika don't know a
Valentino,
goddamn name of the places she go to.
Cheyenne
I
Valentino
love it.
make the uh, best jerk chicken egg rolls. They are so delicious. Shout out to Cheyenne Valentino. She'll make them damn egg rolls. Um, so Jim Flint, had been calling out names wrong. They got upset about him calling out. I guess he called out Tasha's name wrong or something. I'm not sure
Tashiri.
what it was. And so everybody was in the range about Jim Flint calling out names wrong, and people went to his defense and was saying, Jim is 80 some years old. You know, Give him a break, give him some grace, this, that, and the other. Jim have been calling out people names wrong for as long as I've been coming to Continental. And that's and I and they were saying he shouldn't be on the mic, and that's that man's pageant. Y'all not finna tell him where he cannot grab the mic and say what he wants to say at his pageant. Now, if you don't want him to call your name wrong, if you don't want him to call your contestant name wrong, tell your contestant not to go. But I doubt if the contestant is gonna do that. They don't care if they call their name wrong, as long as they get this here and say you are Miss Continental. That's all they care about. He have called Brittany Taylor Britney Spears when she won. And they thought that because it was he and it's the black girls. He always say the black girl's name wrong. No, it's not the black girl's name. He messed up your Chico Shiro's name. He just can't say certain stuff. And but that's that man's pageant. And y'all cannot tell him, when he can and cannot be on his microphone. And
Yeah.
if the contestants feel some type of way, to which I have not seen a post from not one contestant ever, ever have I seen a contestant say he said my name wrong, or have I ever seen a contestant say I'm not going back because he mispronounced my name. So y'all can say what y'all want. The contestants is gonna go back until he said your new Miss Continental is. And so he made the post. Put it back up, Coco. Thanks everyone for your kind remarks. Yes, I am not perfect and never claim to be, but I try to be the best I can. Thank you all for your support of Continental. Thank you, Jim Flint. Child, listen. Jim sat up and talked. When I first got there, I sat there and hugged Jim Flint and was talking to him for about 2 minutes. And I said something that made him do like this. And he said, "Ah, Chevelle." I said, "Yeah, it's me. Who you thought it was?" I didn't know. I was sitting up here just being all proper nice. I said, "Oh, so now you finna start being mean to me now that you realize it's me." So, child, listen. And I was one of his
See,
favorite girls. And child, we have had a strange relationship. Trust me.
like you said, he is old.
Jalissa saying
He's
he
old.
messed her name up and she didn't care because the envelope was there. That's all she cared about.
Hmm.
They got the number, the contestant number right, and the envelope went to the right person.
What is this need to complain about everything now? What
Oh
is
my
that?
God. Oh my God. And so, speaking of complaining, once again, they complained about Nikki Adams, who was the host. This is the video of a clip from the pageant of one of the things that she have said.
Oh. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Everybody said they felt some type of way. Even I asked people like, well, how did you feel when she said that? And they said one person told me, well, I kind of cringed a little bit, but then it was like nothing. I asked one of the contestants. I shout out to Jalissa because Jalissa, your talent was absolutely sickening. And she had said, well, first of all, my talent wasn't Mexican music, and I'm not Mexican. So I didn't think nothing of it. She said, I'm competing in one ear out the other. So I didn't, I just thought, exactly, it was not racist. I thought it was corny, but not racist. She had said something about she thought that one of the other girls was another type of race and not what she was. That's not being racist. She thought that. Everything is not, to me, that wasn't racist. And then she said something else. But my thing is, we sit up and we listen to Sophia host, and Sophia talk broken Spanish to people, and it doesn't make any sense because it's not Spanish at all. You don't think that's disrespectful? Sophia sits up and reads the contestants. Sophia reads the people that's on the show. Sophia reads the people in the audience. But y'all ain't said nothing about that. And she do that every year at Black Universe, at Miss USA. One year they took her out uh, from hosting Miss USA and put Casanova there because they did finally get a complaint about how they felt about certain things that she was saying to audience members. So why is all the black folks once again in the range when she said nothing about black people? Everything that all the little corny things that she had said was would have to do with other ethnicities. So why is all the black people in the range? I called the Asian girl and asked her, did she feel some type of way when she said uh after Bubbles did her talent, which is a black man doing a Japanese talent.
It's a black woman.
And what they call it, no, because she told me black man. That's what she said. I'm a black man singing the Japanese song, saying what Bubba said. And she said,
Shout out to Bubba. Shout
I'm
out
a
to
black
Bubba.
man singing a Japanese talent. She said, I thought that would be a kiki within itself, which is, if you want to be technical, racial appropriation, because that's what they would have said had a white girl got there with some braids or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all
Hmm.
overlooked that, but went into this woman saying, "Oh, that made me want some egg rolls and some sushi." What was wrong with that? She just did a whole Japanese talent. That was her making a corny joke. But Sophia can sit up in the audience and tell, and even Alexis could say something about white people and all of that. But y'all overlooked that, black people, because y'all cannot tell me not one time have y'all sit in the audience and but y'all ooh and ah and y'all say that's comedy. That's what y'all. But Flame is the comedian. Flame is the one in the arenas. Flame is the one on Netflix, and you look her up and they say comedian. These are hosts of pageants and shows.
Who the fuck got all that started?
D West.
I watched us go up and down our timeline for about 2 or 3 days
D
talking
West.
about this
This is
shit.
the post that D West posted. D
I
West
watched,
and Wendell.
I watched and I watched and I said, why are we in an uproar like this? I thought to
I couldn't figure
myself,
it out.
I thought to myself, we're defending two other races, right? Then I went and looked at the polls again and see how people voted. Did they see how Mexicans and Asians voted?
Right.
We
So
this ain't even our battle. But I didn't like how Skip tried to do that now. I did not like that.
now, now I
It was
didn't
like
like that.
it was giving you the help and you should stay in the help's place. Now I ain't fuck
That's
with
what
that
I not
Skip.
that not that. I
Now
don't fuck with
Skip,
Skip like that anyway. I
oh
don't fuck with
Skip.
Skip like that anyway.
Oh, Jack Macker,
Yeah.
not Skip
Not,
Macker. Jack Macker.
now
Let
Skip
me
could
tell you
get it.
something. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. That one cool.
Now
That
Skip,
was
that you deserve everything that you get
yeah.
when
No.
when it comes to that.
No. I did not fuck with that.
And that made what she was saying all the worse.
Yeah.
Because now that made you gear towards, to me, you was gearing that towards, like you saying, the help.
Right. Right. Continental ain't
Now,
never had videos that good, crisp and clear.
so
Shit.
now you being disrespectful.
Now Skip, he owed a couple apologies for that.
Yeah, now they need to tell your ass up. And no, Quincy, it was not comedy when he said what he said about trans women. And guess what? They tore his ass up for it too, didn't it? But y'all don't never say nothing about Sophia and them doing that. Y'all don't say nothing about that. This woman is literally talking about to the Spanish people.
That's it.
That ain't cute.
And when she should have said, get down.
you know, so it's just Dominique, what you think?
I just feel that, in this political climate, we've gotten to a place to where things that were once acceptable are no longer acceptable. But I think that a lot of people are being very selective in what they want to be offended about.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it depends on what group we're talking about. Because once again, to your point, that when Dave Chappelle was doing all that stuff that he was doing, and everybody's like, "Oh, y'all should just suck it up. It's just comedy. It's funny. Why are y'all so offended? Just roll with the punches." But now, on this other hand, we're saying, okay, we all should take a collective stand on this place. And so I just
They
think
want
that
they want her off the mic and everything.
So, in which, of course, I cannot tell people what to be or what not to be.
Jim not following their
Offend,
motherfucking instructions.
but once again, I cannot tell people what to be or what not to be offended by. But I think that what I think the bigger picture is, what do you know about this person, and what has been their history, and was it just being insensitive in this political climate, or was this person really being racist? That's just how I kind of think about it, because I have even had to, just to check myself about what I really take offense to, and
Hmm.
just really try to take a look at, what do I know about this individual, what has been, their place as it relates to different issues, and is it really what I'm interpreting it as in this moment.
She made a post, and I didn't get a screenshot of it, but she made a post and she was saying that, one thing she has always supported the whole community as a whole, and she's not racist. Even Quincy said he accepts her apology. However, she said no one in the audience ex had access to her said anything that night. I don't think she's racist, but she's like times are changed. She did say that she said she understands that in this political climate and this and that, but nobody did say, you know, girl, I feel some type of way about that. D West was there, he could have went up there and told her, I feel some type of way about that. But all these posts were going on, like even Wendell made a post saying that she was had some
Yeah, racially charged comments.
racially charged comments, and
Yeah,
um and so I just didn't, but that's my opinion, and that's why we all have difference of opinion, but I
right.
just didn't feel it was that.
But at the same time, which once
But
again,
Labathea,
how
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 did
you
she what
how you
Labathea
feel.
say? Wait, hold on.
No, no,
Labathea
no.
say,
Right. But here's the thing, which
What's the
which
thing?
I'm not negating what anybody feels about her behavior, because how you feel is how you feel. But just ensure, in this moment, if you're going to be intolerable about her, be intolerable about everybody then. Let that be whatever standard you're holding her to, hold that standard to everybody
everybody.
across the board. Don't
Mm-hmm.
accept it from anyone, because if we're saying that, because in my opinion, and just because I said it does not make it true, because that's just how life is, right? So for me, I found it more culturally maybe insensitive, because they were trying to make a joke and try to make something funny, as opposed to somebody being blatantly racist. I don't know Nikki. Never encountered her, never had any, we've never worked together, or whatever the case may be, whatever. But here's what we know: in shows, when we're in pageants, people say things that are offensive to people, and we don't give a
Thank you,
damn.
Diamond. Mm-hmm.
We don't give a damn about somebody being offensive. So if this is what we're doing in this moment, because of what everybody's dealing with, then let's hold everybody to the same standard. So that means that when you get somebody that calls, me or you, Chevelle, a man with titties, I want to see you posted on Facebook about that,
Mm-hmm.
When some trans girl says that she prefers to be a top or whatever the case may be, and folks are calling her a man, oh, you just a man because you want to top people, call that out. Then let's call everything out.
Yeah.
Let's not just pick this one incident. Then if we're going to be politically correct, then let's be politically correct across the entire spectrum. Let's
And
not
they
let
not.
any of it float. Let's not let any of it get by. Because here's the thing. Because what we do know, no, yes, no, no, yes, we do. We need to hold
No, we don't.
everybody.
But then now
No,
you
no, no,
sound
no, no,
crazy.
no, no. We need to hold everybody to the same standard because there are even trans women that have some messed up things that they say about other trans women because
Yep.
they don't fit into their umbrella.
Into that mode. Uh-huh.
So no, no, so I don't agree with you there. But here's the thing. If we're going to be offended, let's make sure that we're clear about what we're being offended about and then let it be across the spectrum. That's what I'm saying.
I
You
want
can
to go
have,
back.
go ahead. No, because when we
Agree,
say,
Sandra.
because when we say, okay, but whatever.
What you gonna say, Trent?
But I want to go back to when they was calling us punk sisters and faggots. Okay, let me tell you why. And boy daggers and shit. I'm gonna tell you why. We had much more heart than we'll ever have right to this day. Everybody's so sensitive about everything. Everybody wants to know how everybody feel. Everybody wants to tiptoe around every goddamn situation. Listen, stop getting your panties in a bunch for so much goddamn shit. The shit we need to be fighting for, we're not even fighting for.
Hello,
We're
y'all
not
ain't
even
even
fighting for that
voting.
shit. Y'all right. Y'all not even voting. But we mad at this stupid ass shit at these pageants where everybody pay too much money to enter and not get not enough at the end. You know what I'm saying? We in an uproar every about it ain't if it ain't about the winner, it's about the host. If it ain't about the host, it's about the venue. If it ain't about the venue, it's about the owner. It's always something. And y'all go for
Understand.
days and days on days about the same goddamn shit that you yourself cannot change.
And
Jim
then
Fick
y'all
ain't gonna
friends started
never
getting into it.
fucking change his host unless he want to change her. Because the consensus of it all is that no one felt like that but a few people. So he's not gonna change out his person because y'all don't like him. That's
And,
his
and,
shit. If
and
you don't
let's
want
be,
to go, don't go. But that's
and
his
let's,
shit.
yeah. And let's be clear. How you feel is how you feel. I'm
That's
not
it.
trying to I'm not trying to change how anybody feels about the situation. If you think it was
Hmm.
racist, that's your opinion.
That's your opinion.
That's your God-given right to feel how you feel. But however, everybody doesn't have to feel that way because
Right.
that's how you feel.
Hmm.
Your
But then
opinion.
too, and what else I
Go
realized
ahead.
too, well, from what I've seen, everybody that has talked about the situation, they either watched it online or they've seen clips of it online or the live. It wasn't nobody that was actually there. D West was there. D
Because
West
you
was there,
because,
and I
go
was
ahead.
there. But from the posts that I've been seeing on my timeline, because I'm like somebody has said, "Well, I don't know how you didn't see it on your timeline." Because bitch, I said that I saw it on my timeline, not yours. I
Now, the
saw it on
West
mine.
Side boy, the West Side boy, I don't like how you talk to him, Skip. You did motherfucking wrong.
No, no, no,
We
no,
don't do
no.
that
That
around here.
Yeah.
I
no,
want
no,
D
no, no,
West.
no.
I want D
Right.
West to bake you a pie with shit in it,
Yeah.
like they did on
Yeah.
that
Yes,
goddamn movie. You don't talk to our
Absolutely.
boy like
Yeah.
that. No, we're
yeah.
not doing that. We're not accepting that type of shit no more.
Now
We don't
that we're
have to.
not accept. Now
That
that we won't accept. Now
that
that
up
Right.
y'all can go.
there,
That's what y'all should have been going off about.
that
That's what y'all should have been going off about instead of
Because,
the other stuff.
because what did
You
we do?
know,
Because when Chevelle, when you and I got on the phone call, what did I say?
call it, ask
Call the
people how.
call the
Yeah.
people that would have been affected by what she said, right? Right?
Hmm.
So
And I did.
you called Jaleesa Fierce. And what did
Hmm.
Jaleesa Fierce have to say? Then
I
you
the one in October.
Then you called Raul. Raul,
Hmm.
how did you feel? Raul
Mm-hmm.
said how he felt. Then you talk to Bubbles. Bubbles,
Mm-hmm.
how did you feel? This is how
Mm-hmm.
Bubbles
I
felt.
talked to Kimmy Kim.
How did you feel? This is how
Mm-hmm.
you felt.
I,
But one
I even talked to what's my girl name up in New York? I talked to her too. Put the I'm talking about another talk put with Pataya. I talked to her. You know, I make sure I told them, and none of them made a post about it.
but here's my thing. You know, my about life period. About life period. Don't hold nobody to a greater standard than what you hold yourself to.
Hmm.
Well, people do that
What
all the
Oh.
time.
what you expect out of me, I hope you hold yourself to that same standard,
Hmm.
regardless of titles people have won or whatever the case may be. If that is your life philosophy, if that's what you believe in, if that's what you feel is right, then hold everybody to that exact same standard. That's just how I think about it. Just because I said it doesn't mean that it's right, but that's just what I think about it. I'm not going to expect out of my child what I don't expect out of myself. That's just where I am.
Mm-hmm. Period. And on that note, we're gonna go to commercial. We'll be right back.
I went to Kentucky, and that's where, let me think of his name, Abraham Lincoln. That's his country. That's his country. Abraham Lincoln. That's his country. Kentucky is, you know what I'm saying, but it's still like, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's still like, with Abraham Lincoln, if I'm not mistaken, because he is the president, ain't he? Ain't that one of the presidents? Ain't that the one that actually, you know what I'm saying? Because back then, there was a lot going on back then. They said they allegedly fired Elon Musk, right? Okay. Because Elon Musk thought that he was going to control Donald Trump.
That who is that?
Okay? Donald Trump. Donald J. Trump. With a T. Okay?
Hey, babe,
What?
what you doing?
Trying to get this movie on this TV here. They took them damn edibles. That shit is weak. Ain't doing nothing for me. I'm gonna try to catch a movie and see if they'll kick in.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a good movie on. Supposed to be coming on.
TV?
Yeah, shit. What the hell's it gonna be on? We ain't had no 3-8er.
Babe,
What?
that's not a TV.
It's on. I see the light. It's on. What you mean?
That is the stove. That's the kitchen stove, babe.
Why was that man watching the fucking stove?
Then lay out if I tell you I want some of what he had so bad. I want some of that weed so bad, child. Oh, I
Me
want
too.
some.
I'll try a
But
little bit myself.
yeah, why not, child? We're finna get out of here, you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. For
Thank you. Thank you.
we so glad to be back. Y'all, please go and click like, click share, and share this episode of Our Point of View tonight. And we hope to see y'all next week on Wednesday night for Our Point of View. Remember to always get your everlasting what jush. Cause
Jush.
it's always a time over here at Our Point of View. We love y'all guys for free. Get y'all be safe out there. Good night, Trent, and have a
Have a
good
good
time in New
night.
York. And be safe
Thank
out
you.
there, and we'll see you next week. Dominique, be safe. Love you, girl. See you in a couple of weeks. Oh, Trent, are you coming to USA this year or no?
No,
You're not? Oh, okay. Well, Dominique,
I
I'll see
got to
you
work today.
in 2 weeks.
I'll see you
Okay,
in
that
2
part.
weeks.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week, though, for Our Point of View. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube. Thank you, Coco. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Ooh, honey, I gotta go. Yes, God, honey, they had tuned in, baby. I gotta go. 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 If I tell you the kids had came in and tuned in tonight, baby. Yes, they did, honey. I hope y'all got y'all juice, cause guess what, baby? I got mine. I can tell y'all one thing. Y'all better tune in next week, baby, for the next episode of the Boom Boom Show. I gotta go. Honey, I gotta go. Yes, God, honey, they had tuned in, baby. Baby. Woo, honey. I gotta go. 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 I gotta go.